Oh my god.
Well, I meant Mona sounds. I don't mean.
It's the trumpet.
Oh, crap. Hey guys, how's it going? It's Studley here, and I'm here with
Nickname
3D.
iLegend Gaming.
which sucks. And we're going to start here with a Studcast.
You have a personal vendetta against him or something.
I have a very strong personal vendetta.
Just because I get shout-outs and you don't.
Yeah, because you got a shout
Shout
out.
outs and leave.
You're like, oh, you think I'm good? Then you just
Bye.
quit.
He just... Wait, was he playing? And like he was on the guy's team that chatted him out? Or?
I guess so. Like, or someone watched one of his videos. He's like, man, he's pretty good. He's got like insta 20 subs. And he's like, you know what? I'm going to quit.
Well, I have bad internet.
You can blame it on what you want, but we all know the truth.
Stud has bad internet.
Yeah.
This is better than mine.
No way.
I can barely send an iMessage half the time.
Man. I can't even watch Facebook videos. Like, it's 4 seconds and then it stops the buffer. It's completely stupid.
Right? People share the dumbest shit on Facebook, so it's not like you're missing anything.
There's just, I can't believe they don't flag half the stuff on Facebook. Like,
I think if you're over the age of 60, you shouldn't be allowed to have one.
my brother
What
says
happens when you're 60?
my brother says the same thing about.
There will be something different.
My brother says the same thing about driver's license. If you're over the age of 60, you should not have one.
Seriously though, like I mean, I see some old people post some dumb stuff on there sometimes. It's like,
You just want to connect with the grandchildren.
no, like they'll share articles and they're like, oh my god, I hope this isn't true. And then you read it and it says at the bottom it was a joke. So you can tell they just read the headline and went, oh, share.
Or the people that send those dumb train.
Oh my gosh.
Chain messages or whatever.
Forward if you love Jesus.
Apparently.
If you scroll, you love the devil.
Well.
Well, Satan, here I come. Oh man. Whew. Now, damn it, stuff.
Guys, I'm just going to throw this out there. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
No.
I
don't.
I mean, I don't think it is. Is it a sub?
I was going to ask that question, you bastard.
Is it a sub?
That's a
I
really
mean, it's
good
kind of
question.
similar to like a hoagie bun.
It's ketchup, fruit juice.
It's fruit sauce. It's saucy.
Saucy. Wait, so that means salsa is like a V8, isn't it?
Chunky.
Chunky
Chunky
V8.
It is chunky, spicy V8.
Chunky spicy. They're spicy V8.
Yeah, I don't know why anybody
That'd
would
be
want.
gross.
I don't know why anybody drinks V8s in general. Those things are nasty.
Well, they don't want to get bopped in the head and said you should have drank a V8.
It was, you know who's go-go juice. You know who I'm talking about?
Go-go juice.
Yeah. Remember he used to have one every day?
No, I don't know.
Who? Oh, okay.
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Anywho.
I think hot dog is a sub.
Damn
it.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh! Alright, if you could... What would be the coolest animal to scale up the size of a horse?
I would do a ferret.
A ferret?
Could you imagine a ferret that's the size of a horse?
Oh my gosh.
Could you imagine how long that thing would be? If you made it as tall as a horse?
I was thought of a snake for some reason. Like, just like ride a big
God.
ass snake.
No. Terrifying.
I think I'd have to do a penguin.
That'd be pretty dope.
Big ass penguin. That'd be awesome.
Did you know penguins get the shiniest pebbles and present it to their crush?
Seriously?
Did you know also...
Do they shine their pebbles or do they shine pebbles?
Did you also know about penguins? If something happens between the penguin and his mate, the penguin has like a broken heart or whatever it is, I don't know. So they wander away from the pack to die.
Dang.
I'm bringing this conversation down
for
real
a
slow.
life.
Penguins don't have internet to go to.
Somebody's definitely going to be crying tonight.
Penguinsmeat.com.
You don't have to be lonely at penguinsmeet.com.
I was going to say penguins only, but
Penguinsonly.com.
All right, Stud, what's the weirdest thing a guest has ever done at your house?
ate all my food. And then
I knew you were going to say it.
Got a complaint. My stomach hurts for some reason. Well, if you wouldn't have ate 5 Snickers.
At that point in my life, I had never been presented that opportunity of take as much candy as you want.
He took that to heart, too.
I did. And so whenever... I also took it to stomach and threw up everywhere.
I bet you were just thinking, it's like, I got this opportunity, and you had one angel on the shoulder, and you were like, no, you shouldn't eat any candy. You know, like, just be a nice, humble guest. And the devil popped up on this shoulder, and it's like,
eat it all.
How much can you bet you can't eat 6 Snickers?
No, it was more the fact of candy, nom, nom, nom. Fat little bastard.
Yeah, you're like Robin Hood. Like, he stole from you put stuff in your pockets, and like,
yeah.
You probably still had, that's probably your plan. You probably, like, went to steal some candy.
I don't know. Anytime I go up there near that candy bowl, they'll always get shit, so I never go up whenever anybody else is around it. I feel bad looking at it. I'm always like, nah.
I got one for you guys.
What?
What will finally break the internet?
If they ban Donald Trump from Twitter.
I think if they took the Tide Pods meme too far.
Oh my god.
That's so dumb.
Those are great. I saw one where this guy was like, he's like, nothing's better than Tide Pods on pizza.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I've seen that. I wonder if he ate it.
No.
He's like, I need to clean myself. And he's
ugh, get out of here.
Your
personality's leaking out.
Do you guys think water is wet?
Oh, we're not going to start this now.
Water
I don't
is
even want to argue.
It is wet. Something can be 100% saturated in itself. That's the only excuse they give.
I can't smell it.
If your sex life could be described in eggs, what kind of eggs would it be?
I don't know.
I'm going to say fragile. And the only reason I'm going to say that is because if I say any more, it'll be broken.
Probably hard boiled.
Whoa. Jesus.
Studley? Your comment?
I retract my statement. Mine would still be in the carton. I'm a virgin.
Christian channel. It's still... If mine would be an egg, mine would be...
It'd be brown eggs.
Chicken.
Whoa.
Mine would be like the double yolk. The double yolk eggs.
DP? Is that where you're going with this?
I think that's where you're going with it.
No, you're the one that said double yolk.
Anyway.
Good Lord.
Oh, that's a good one.
Whoa.
I'm on the edge with you.
We're pretty far back in the scout.
I got one for you, Studley.
What?
What ridiculous thing has someone tricked you into doing or believing?
Okay. This was when I first went to college, and I was like, you know what? I need some cards. You know, like there's like Toys R Us cards where like you're a member and stuff. Okay, so I went to BAM, and like I went to buy something as a gift, and they're like, "Do you want to sign up for our BAM membership card?" I was like, "Is it free?" Well, you see, it's technically free if you come here often. I'm like, what? It's like, yeah, because if you save enough money, and if you come here often, you'll practically save money because that's how much you'll get a discount from. I'm like, what? He was like, trust me, it's a good investment. I said, okay. So I went to get it. That freaking thing was $70. And I got tricked into buying it.
I'd have told him I didn't want it once they told me the price.
It was too late.
I'd have just walked out.
I was in a rush. It was too late.
I'd have walked out.
No, I'd have been straight up $70. Nope.
I was like, what? But I did save like $40, so
I think
it kind of worked. That's the stupidest thing I got tricked into.
The stupidest thing I got tricked into was my parents told me that one of our cats had ran off. We didn't know where she was. And only reason that was whenever I was younger, like 10 or 11 or something like that. And only recently they've told me she got hit by a car. So I've been believing for a little while.
Those bastards.
Yeah.
What about you over there, 3D?
Well, I generally use common sense.
You generally use common sense.
So, I mean...
Generally means means that there's some times where you don't.
Well, yeah, but I can't recall any times
I
right off
can't
the top
recall.
of my head.
I can't recall right now. I'm sorry. I can't remember.
What about you, person who Studley hates?
Person who started.
Sorry, iLegend gets.
What was that?
Sorry.
Sounds like you're in 8th grade. You going through puberty?
That's when he quit his channel. He's having flashbacks.
You're just mad that I got a
Yes,
shout out.
I'm very angry that you got a shout out.
iLegend sounds cooler than Studley.
Studley means that I'm a stud, and iLegend means that you just think you're a legend.
What's the weirdest smell you've ever smelled?
After
Christian
some
channel.
college experience,
Christian
skunk.
channel.
a skunk, and you're like, what is that? Because you're so used to prior experiences, you don't know what to think of it anymore, if you know what I'm saying.
Honestly, the weirdest smell I've ever smelled was over at Hardee's. I just got food, and I brought it back to the table. And I went up to go get something else. I don't remember what I went up to get. I think it might have been napkins or something. But I smelled the weirdest thing coming from their kitchen. And it smelled bad, but it also smelled really weird. And, yeah.
iLegend over there.
I really don't know.
Hashtag girls.
My left armpit when I sweat. Dwayne knows the smell.
Yeah.
Talk about a fishy meat market.
Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. I hope we can still use that.
We can, yes. We can still use it.
Oh, man.
Ooh,
Good morning, lady.
good. How you doing?
What would be the worst thing for the government to make illegal?
Sex.
Probably.
No.
Christian channel.
No.
Oh, that reminded me of that song.
Honestly, probably birth control.
I think legit sleep.
If you,
Like if they placed a ban on like more than 8 hours of sleep, that would be awful.
More than 8 hours, that'd be fine.
No.
You could still survive.
You could survive, yeah, but it wouldn't be.
you wouldn't be living.
Okay, well then we'll make it 6 hours, more than 6 hours of sleep.
Okay. I mean, that's still doable, but yeah, that would be hell.
Yeah, doable. You still do.
No, don't try and play footsie.
I wasn't playing footsie. I was trying to get you to move.
There's still a subtle connection. I'm trying to think.
I felt the spark.
Well, probably with the way YouTube's going down right now, with all the crap's going on, probably be YouTube for me because I'd die.
I think music, that would suck too if they made that illegal.
Or food.
Made food.
They wouldn't do that. You couldn't survive.
They give you like pills, like vitamin
Pills.
pills to help you survive.
If they regulated how much food you could eat.
Oh, they could. We would have anarchy. Well, that's socialism. Regulate the food that you can
Yeah.
eat.
What about what would be the worst thing for them to make legal?
Worst thing. Oh no, I think weed would be a terrible thing to legalize.
Yeah.
Uh,
Being a
It's
Christian
not like it
channel.
has no medical properties or anything.
No. Probably. Well, see, I took a basic economics class, and basically, like, why drugs are so, like illegal drugs are so expensive is because they're on the black market. So if we sold them legally, you know, it would make drug dealers go broke. So it'd be, like legal cocaine you can buy for the store. Little Johnny just got 16th birthday, and you're like, "Hey, you want some cocaine, little Johnny?" Hell yeah!
How do you feel about putting pineapple on pizza?
First, I was highly against it, but then so many people were getting it. Then I was like, you know what? I'll try it. Then I thought it was good, but then I still give people crap if they use pineapple on pizza.
Honestly, I think pineapple on pizza is good. So
it's weird, but it's not terrible.
I had never had it, and I was always really against it. But one day this past semester, ordered pizza, and it was like a Hawaiian luau. It had like bacon and Canadian bacon and pineapple and all that dumb shit on it. And I was against it at first, but I was convinced to try it. And whenever I tried it, I actually kind of liked it.
Sorry, I just seen this question. I don't think you specifically will like this one.
Let me see.
Ask it anyway.
Do you think bald is sexy?
Hell yeah.
Speaking of which, he asked me if I think he would look good with a bald head.
Do you guys think I would look good with a bald head?
I think so.
Just leave the beard and shave the head.
I feel like you could do the next Mr. Clean commercial.
He's completely clean shaven, though.
I think
he's keeping the beard and going bald.
Yeah, I think he should try it at least.
It'll grow back.
Yeah.
Half of it at least.
Yeah. I'll have a halo.
This one's directed towards Studley.
Oh.
What's the weirdest place that you've peed?
Weirdest places I've peed? In a fountain.
What?
Fountain where?
I'm not giving any details, but let's say I was under the influence of stuff, and I was like, you know what? That fountain's off. I want to pee. Then like a couple guys joined me, so I was like,
very public too, wasn't it?
It was right in front of a very popular monument, yes.
Oh my gosh.
I enjoyed it very much. Oh, have you guys peed in any weird places?
Not that I can think of.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever spelled your name in the soap in the snow?
Yes.
I think the weirdest place I've ever peed was at like a Little League football game. They had a pee trough.
A what?
Yeah. That's
Pee
like
trough.
at the West Virginia football stadium. They have pee troughs in the bathroom.
Yeah. It's just a long trough, like, that.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's just a long trough with
Like 10 people
4 or 5
standing on it
drains.
at once?
Yeah, no, like, dividers or anything. You just stand there and pee.
Mm-hmm. It's like a little tub where you just pee into.
It's weird.
I've never peed in any weird places besides for that, but the weirdest time, I just stepped off my four-wheeler, and I left it running, so I didn't hear this vehicle coming. I was just standing there, all out, peeing, and this old lady comes down the hill, real slow, just staring at me. I just waved at her and kept going. There's nothing else I could do. She stared at me the whole time when she went driving by. It was weird.
I got one for your nickname. If you could be any type of dinosaur, what would it be?
I don't know much about my dinosaurs, but
A rhinoceros.
it's not a dinosaur, you dumb bastard.
I already know what I would be.
Basically. They're really similar.
Modern day
The
dinosaur.
only reason
Did you know that their horn is made from matted hair?
Is it?
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
I mean, that's like the best version of a dinosaur, even though they're really not for you, though.
I would be the megalodon shark.
What about you, Studley?
I couldn't see you being water.
I don't know what kind of dinosaur I'd be.
What?
I don't know. I don't see it.
You can't. What kind of animal am I?
I don't know. Anyway.
I
would make up my own.
I don't know what one I'd be. I just want to be a carnivore so I can make this joke. Like, there'd be like a plant eater, like over there, like eating some leaves, and it's like, what's that dinosaur? And I'll be like, I don't know. I've never seen her before. That's the only reason I would want to be a dinosaur.
I would jump out of the lane just to eat you for that.
I would make up my own type of dinosaur just so I could be the only one.
Then you would die because you had no way to repopulate. Unless you want to be that. Oh, you probably haven't watched Rick
I can
and Morty.
repopulate.
Gonna make mutt dinosaurs.
It'd be a lick-a-lot-of-puss.
That's funny.
What's the funniest prank you ever pulled?
Oh. There's a couple that come to mind.
I remember one,
Probably.
the name I would not disclose, but someone fell asleep on a chair. And what he did, he stripped down, bare butt, went right to their face and just farted right on their face.
I remember that.
Oh my god.
That fellow was lucky he didn't end up with pink eye.
Yeah, you're right.
Probably at college. We pranked our one friend. He was showering, and we went over top because this is like we have like 4 showers, and the one's like really big. And so we took a thing of flour and cut a hole in it and just dropped it on the top.
I don't have any really, really funny ones, but I'll do a couple. There was a fellow, once again, not disclosing names, and you guys remember whenever that, like, Romanian arm wrestling or whatever was big, where you told them you'd grab your hand like that, and you pull, and you'd let go, and they'd hit themselves in the face?
Yeah.
Well, this fellow hadn't heard about it, and so we were in school, and I told him, I was like, oh, let's do it, I bet I can beat you. And I was like, let me do it. And so we did it at first, and I let him win, and I like let it back up or whatever, and so he didn't know what was coming, and so I did it again, and I was pulling down really hard, and I mean I made sure he was tight, and he was primed and ready to go, and I let it go and hit himself. I thought I knocked him out. The second would be the time that I almost had a friend die in my arms.
Oh. We're not talking. These are dark days, literally, for me. But you were just...
Yeah, dark days because you were blacked out.
Yeah, I was
blacked out. And then just a funny little one was, those spout things that are like on sinks, like you pull it up and you press a button and it like, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Well, there's one at the house, and me and my brothers got a rubber band and we put it around it, and so the next time our dad went to like go wash dishes or wash his hand or something, he turned on the water and hit him in the face.
You want to hear a messed up question? I'll take that as a yes. Which Disney princess is the hottest?
What?
I've just seen this question.
I refuse to answer because that just feels weird. I've never looked at a Disney princess and went, oh yeah. No. That's what I'm about.
Next time you watch another Disney video.
I don't want to watch
That's
Disney
why you want to go to Disney so bad, you nasty bastard. Oh, God. Oh, damn.
What 2 totally normal things become really weird if you do them back to back?
That's a weird question.
It's actually a tough one to answer.
Yeah, it is.
Brush your teeth, then drink orange juice.
That's not weird. That would just taste disgusting.
Probably brushing your teeth in the shower.
I actually did that a lot. It's pretty good.
A lot of people do that to save time.
Yeah. Probably wiping your ass and shaking someone's hand.
In like third world countries or something, they wipe their ass with their left hand. So if you grab anything with your left hand, like food or something, they look at you like you're the devil. Because they're like, you have shit on that.
That hand is for taking.
That's what they do in like parts of Mexico, I think.
That's the hand that you shake other people's hands with that you don't like?
Yeah.
I don't like you.
But then you'd get their shit on your hands.
That's true.
I got one for you guys. Name a Tom Hanks movie.
Polar Express.
He was in Polar Express?
He was the conductor.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
You can't tell me you never knew that.
I only watched it like twice. Okay?
That's all the more I watched it. Still, that's his voice is...
I'm sorry. I was a young kid. How you expect me like, oh, that's Tom Hanks. I knew exactly who Tom Hanks is.
The Polar Express.
What about you, Studley?
Wait, what is it?
That's
What is the question?
Tom Hanks movie.
I can name 2 more.
All I can think of is the stupid romantic movie I had to watch one time.
The one that comes to my mind is Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
Forrest
or Castaway.
Gump.
So the funny thing was, we had this
Castaway,
debate
yeah.
at the lunch table in college, and we have a friend that's from Bermuda. And anyway, the very first thing he said was Toy Story.
Really?
Hmm?
That was another one that came to mind.
Not me. It's like out of all the movies, like you could say Green Mile.
Yeah, that was the third one.
Yeah, you could say Forrest Gump, but you say an animated Toy Story.
I said animated Polar Express.
Did you know Tom Hanks didn't want to do... he didn't like Forrest Gump.
What?
Yeah, he didn't like making that movie.
Why?
It's like a popular movie.
Yeah. He just didn't like it. They were going to make a second one, but it was like too political. Because they were like in a war at that time, I think.
Did you know that the only reason Forrest talks the way he does is because the kid actor that they had that sort of southern dialect or accent or whatever?
Yeah,
He was originally supposed to be like he was, but he wasn't supposed to have that accent.
But then that little kid had to mess it up.
Stupid little kid.
You know what I want to do, but I never really had the guts to do? A dine and dash.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Just get the most expensive thing on the menu, eat it, and just...
No, I'm too fat to do such things. It'd be a dine and roll at the fucking door.
It'd have to be a crappy restaurant, though, so they don't have, like, security cameras or anything.
Mm-hmm. Like, it's like some beat-down Chinese restaurant. Like,
that's what I was thinking. Chinese restaurant over in Elkins, they're not going to have cameras.
I know I went to this one restaurant in D.C., and I forget, it was like this Italian restaurant. Like, it was fancy.
Mm-hmm.
And I was ordering off the menu, and I was going to get me a steak, because, like, I wanted steak, and we went to an Italian restaurant. But the steak was like $42, and it was like
Because
this
it's an
big
Italian
around.
Restaurant. That's what
Really?
they're expensive.
I was like, you guys are cocksuckers.
Yeah.
I'm paying $42 for like a $5 piece of steak.
That's stupid.
Is cereal soup? Is cereal considered soup?
That's about as dumb as the hot dog being a sandwich question.
I don't know.
Here's a good one. What's the best inside joke you've been a part of?
My mom went to the gutter on that one. I'm sorry.
I don't recall a lot of things from
Bam,
high school.
herpes.
Bam, herpes.
That
That was
was
amazing.
Yeah.
Middle school years. Play tag. Touch each other. Bam, herpes. What was like the comeback to that? Like if they tried to get you back.
I think if you said herpes denied, they couldn't get you.
Herpes denied.
They can get you until the class was over.
It all started from a stupid Family Guy soundboard.
Yeah.
I just kept on clicking it over. Like, bam, herpes. Bam, herpes. Stupid.
That's about the most G-rated one I think of.
What do you guys think about this? If you're eating a sandwich, you cannot tell the difference between Coke and Pepsi.
Never tried it.
Yeah, I haven't either.
Yeah, me neither.
I think you could, though, because, they do taste different.
Yeah, they do taste different.
So, I think you could tell.
We have to do some research.
Let's do some research. We need Pepsi and Cola, but we got some McDonald's sandwiches over there.
If peanut butter was not called peanut butter, what would it be called?
Nut juice.
But it's not.
No, it'd be
liquidy.
nut jam because you smash
nut
it.
jam, yeah.
Nut jam.
Sounds like an off-brand Space Jam movie.
Nut jam.
Yeah.
Has like Korean actors.
That's really weird porno.
Oh my god.
I have Rule 34. The internet. Crap.
What's the most imaginative insult you can come up with?
You're less memorable than human colored crayons.
Ouch.
That's mean.
That was the most imaginative one I could think of.
It's pretty good.
Oh, we're getting around the 30-minute mark. Actually, we're 17 seconds past the 30-minute mark. I'm thinking, should I add music to like the back of this? Like a little like upbeat, like dip-de-doodle kind of thing.
You trying to do like a little Looney Tunes background thing?
What would be the worst buy one get one free sale of all time?
Hookers.
That wouldn't be bad. Hookers.
Well, yeah, the free ones are
hand in hand with mine. Oh man! What the hell? How many chickens would it take to kill an elephant?
At least
Enough.
3. So you shove one in the trunk so it can't breathe. Then you shove 2 side by side.
I'm thinking more just kind of a gladiator style. Put them in a pit and let them fight.
Oh, I just my mom went to Legend of Zelda where you're like attacking chickens and suddenly a whole swarm just swarms
I was,
in.
I was thinking about where you grab the chicken and the one you jump off the fucking building and just float with the chicken.
How would that kill an elephant?
Or Skyrim, whenever like you shoot a chicken and like the entire town tries to kill you.
Oh yeah, because of a chicken.
How to kill an elephant? Turn yourself into an elephant, kill a chicken, mob attacks.
It's like Ultimate Battle Simulator.
Ultimate Battle Simulator. I haven't played it, but I've seen like gameplays of it. It looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
What is your guilty pleasure?
Guilty pleasure. I like to take long showers.
Honestly, yeah. I like to take long showers too.
We all know why Stud does it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I like long showers to think about.
For one water feels good, doesn't it? That's all there is to it, huh?
Yeah. It opens up certain pores.
Mysterious sweat.
Some of these are completely stupid.
Huh?
Some of these are completely stupid.
You're
right.
completely stupid.
This one says, where did little Mary go after the explosion? And the answer's everywhere.
Speaking of dumb jokes like that, Bob has no arms. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Not Bob.
Can you make a plumber cry?
How?
You kill his family.
Oh, well.
Well, since we're on that level, what's the difference between a new Porsche and 99 dead babies?
There's not a Porsche.
There's not a Porsche in my garage.
You said no dead baby jokes.
Yeah.
We went to this level.
No, we
No,
didn't.
we
We
didn't.
talked about little Mary exploding.
Yeah, but she wasn't a baby. She was just little.
Yeah.
Alright, 99 teenagers. Teenagers.
That just makes you sound like a rapist. You can't get over it. Oh my god. Sure, that's fine.
Well, this has been nice. Talking about stupid stuff. Together. Forever.
What the fuck is this one?
What are you talking about?
This one says, friends are like penguins. If you stab a penguin, they die.
Oh my god. This is the last bad one I'll tell. And it's not even that bad. How do you make a hormone?
How?
You stab her.
How do you kill a blue elephant?
How?
You shoot it with a blue elephant gun. How do you kill a pink elephant?
How?
Choke it until it turns blue and shoot it with a blue elephant gun.
Don't flag this video, Peter.
No, we just can't talk about bacon and PETA would be happy. Bacon sounds really good right now.
It does.
Gotta have myself a bacon sub. Because it's not considered a sandwich.
How was a Jewish cemetery different from a normal one?
Oh my gosh, what?
No refunds.
Oh boy. Do you guys want to end it here soon? We are like 35 minutes in.
Thought we were going for an hour, stud.
An hour? I mean, we can go for an hour. We just need to get more dead baby jokes up in here.
No more dead baby jokes.
A live baby?
You get more Jesus, get that satin out of you.
What's the best thing about 22-year-olds?
There's 20
There's 20 of them.
What used to be considered trashy, but is now very classy.
Short shorts.
Shorts aren't classy. They're still trashy.
Then why?
No. Let me take that back. Daisy Dukes are trashy.
Daisy Dukes. Yeah, where you like cut off the jeans and
Your ass cheeks hang out.
Pockets are hanging down. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I don't understand this trend of where there's holes in jeans. You can buy a regular nice pair of jeans and then cut your own holes in them.
That's what my granddad always said.
Exactly.
I'd go up to his house with like a pair of jeans that had like faded marks down the front of them. What the hell do you want those for? I got a pair back in the closet I wore 20 years ago if you want them. No, I don't want those.
Tell you what, man, I'm glad I'm not. Some of these girls that go home and like you see about, they talk about what they say about their ripped jeans while they're at like Thanksgiving or something.
Oh.
I'd punch a family member in the face.
Punch it. I don't know. Like, it's probably if like during the summer or something, and if you wanted to stay slightly warm but not get too warm, probably ripped jeans would be good. I guess that's the only advantage like I can think of.
I don't know. We're not girls, so
yeah. Our legend over there, he's pretty much a girl.
What's the time?
Hey, shit happens.
The time is
I wrote the first
4:20.
one down. 4:20.
Yeah, it's 4:20.
You can remember that one.
What's the time?
What do you mean, like time?
Yeah, the time on there.
3:37. 3:35. 3:35. No, wait, no. I'm mistaken. 37:43 seconds.
Can you even count?
I'm just putting 37 down.
37?
Yeah. So you know where to look.
Yeah.
well, he'll have to go back from that a little bit, 2 or 3 minutes. But
This is a podcast I shouldn't have to edit. But. Nice.
noise.
We should have a burping contest right now.
Hold on. What's Forrest Gump's password?
One.
Yep.
One.
These jokes are terrible.
All this stuff is terrible.
You.
Do you guys watch Twitch at all? Like, use Twitch?
No.
Yeah, I've watched a little bit.
I don't get the point of it, really.
Watch people that are better than you play games.
I mean, like, on YouTube, there's, like, edited stuff, so you're not sitting there for, like, 2 hours while they try to do it, I guess.
I ever get people that tip Twitch users like $100. I'm gonna get good at a game and stream just so that I have that happen to me.
Yeah, that would be pretty awesome. It's like someone just dropped 100. What's sad to see is, like, sometimes, like some people pay to get top comments, so people, like, their favorite creator can, like, see it. But, like, I've seen some people, like, they, like, paid, like, $10 and they just say something really nice, but this person never sees it, so I'm just like, oh. Then they see some trash comment, like, just thrown in there. Stupid.
Am I ugly? Yeah, I'm fat too.
I think you're beautiful.
Look at these two over there.
Man, they're always on their phones,
On their
man.
phone.
There's a true definition of millennial.
Jeez, back in my day, we didn't have phones.
Back in your day when you were born 4 months before me.
Didn't have phones. Had to walk out of the womb uphill both ways in 3 feet of snow.
Hell yeah.
Do you know people that are born in 2000, like and later, are considered Generation Z, not millennials?
Really?
Yeah. So all these new like punks out on social media and stuff, they're not millennials, they're Generation Z.
Oh, bastards.
Yeah, they're giving us a bad name.
Not even 18 years old yet.
Yeah, you're right. No, well,
Unless they were born within like the past 4
January
days, 18 years ago. 5 days, my bad.
in the past 5 days. Nickname, are you vaping over there?
He's one of those damn millennials.
I say you're just putting it in your mouth. I see.
Here's what's wrong with our generation.
What's wrong with our generation, you shaggy-haired fuck?
At least I'm not bald at 19, 20.
It's all good.
Jeez. We are friends. Except for iLegend Gaming over there. He blew a shout out, but that's not me.
I didn't even blow him for a shout out.
You probably did. And then he didn't want him to shout that out and be like, hey, the only reason he got these subs is because he blew me. So you quit.
Semen alert.
What's long, hard, and full of semen?
What?
A submarine, you dirty bastard.
Why did the semen cross the road?
Why?
Wait, hold on. How the fuck does it go? I just already cleared it up.
What do you mean?
Apple there.
Jackass. Cliffhanger.
Jackass. And one guy off like that.
Apple
thinking
everywhere.
about
Will I find this joke? Because jackass.
Do you guys think we should have a burping contest after iLegend scumbag over there finds
I'm drinking Sunkist. It ain't gonna make me burp.
Yeah, I need an RC or something.
I got cold.
There's root beer over there.
Well, root beer, and
That actually would probably work better.
that's not cold.
It's like the foamiest. Like the foamiest soda. You know where to get the best root beer at?
Where?
Mountain State Brewing in Morgantown. They make their own. It's
Really?
awesome. Yeah.
Huh.
If you guys ever want to go there this semester, I can get us food for free.
Ooh, free food.
You know what's good for shoulder pain?
What?
If you lick my butthole.
Bend over, my shoulder hurts.
Have you ever seen those stupid, like, doctor memes? Where it's like, it's like, what seems the problem? It seems to hurt when I touch here. Well, don't touch there. 3D, did you just blow a gasket over there?
Yes, I did.
I think my favorite doctor meme I've ever seen was this girl goes to the doctor and she says everything in her body hurts. The doctor's like, he's like, well, show me. So she hops up on the table. She points to her elbow and she screams in pain. She points to her knee, she screams in pain. She points to like her collarbone, she starts screaming. And basically anything she points to and touches, it just really hurts her. And then the doctor is just kind of standing there and he's looking and he's like, I think I know what the deal is. She's like, oh, well, what is it? Why does everything hurt? He's like, I think your body's fine. I think you just broke your fucking finger.
It sounds like a blonde joke, to be honest.
It's not nice at all.
Yeah, you need to tread lightly, son.
How do you drown a blonde?
Put some grass and sniff.
Sticker at the bottom of a pool. 3D, get your
ass juice out of here.
Ass juice. You know what I want to try?
Acid?
You have any?
No. What the fuck? Why would I have acid with me?
I don't know. You threw it out there that quick. I thought maybe you had some.
Yeah, you're trying to promote your...
Yeah, guys, I've been holding on to this for a while. And
I've been waiting for somebody to want to try this.
Really didn't want to do it alone.
Oh, boy.
Oh, I found that joke.
You finally found that
I
joke.
finally found it.
10 minutes later.
Jeez.
Anyway, he goes, why did the semen cross the road? Because I put on the wrong socks today.
Oh, God. Ew. Jesus.
That's just gross.
This is why you shouldn't subscribe to iLegend Gaming. He tells really bad jokes. That's not kid-friendly. You know what I found really shocking?
What?
Most people that watch my videos are older than 25.
Really?
Yeah. Huh. Only like 10% are younger.
Pedophiles.
Man, he sounds real young. I like his voice.
Stuff run stuff. Oh, we got in like outside. Stuff. You ever seen that video?
No, I have not.
You've never seen that
I
video?
don't think I want to.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
Oh my god, I'm gonna have to show you guys afterwards. It's great. It's like a really badly animated Harry Potter, and yeah, it's hilarious.
I'm about to sneeze.
Apple.
It don't work for sneezes, does it?
Yeah.
I know it works for hiccups.
I still burp.
It even works if you text somebody, too. Somebody texted me the other day, and they're like, I have the hiccups, and I can't stop. I texted them back apples. And they said as soon as I opened that message, I didn't hiccup again. It's like, yes, it
What
worked.
the heck?
That's weird.
Apples are the cure to everything. You go to a hospital. It's like, here's an apple, feel better. Then the next morning they walk out.
That's awesome.
Man, we've been treading along here. We're at like 48 minutes, I think.
Yeah, and I think we got like a total of 2 minutes of awkward silences in between.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah, we're not doing too bad.
Yeah, it'd be a lot better if certain 2 people would stay off their fucking phone.
Hey, I've been telling some pretty good jokes.
You've been telling some pretty bad jokes, iLegend Gaming.
Yeah, you like them.
I do not like them because you're trash.
You dumb bastard!
Type down 4656.
When are you going to transfer over to the Mont?
A month.
I don't know.
Are you ever?
Do it sooner rather than later because after this semester, none of us will be on campus.
Yeah.
I got a woman.
Bring her with you.
She can transfer.
She has a full ride scholarship for softball. She ain't going nowhere.
Dang.
They have a softball team, I'm sure, that she could be playing on.
You guys have terrible sports teams.
Nah.
No, you don't.
Basketball team went undefeated last year.
Yeah, they don't play anybody.
The football team went almost undefeated.
Yeah, they only lost 2 games. They lost 1 game to Shepherd, and then they lost a game in the tournament.
Remember AB won a championship for football?
They're downhill now.
Yeah.
Ugh. Sorry, I just need to get that out.
I feel like we're all dead now.
My phone's
Yep.
at 2%.
Well, maybe because you've been on it like a little fucking schoolgirl.
Well, we've been doing this for a while. It's like,
I'm starting to run out of things
Yeah.
to talk about.
yeah. And we can't go like into
I got one for you.
what?
Let's talk about the championship game Monday. That's always a good topic.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Anybody get the idea that those type of games are just rigged? I think all major sports events are.
Oh, here.
Because it's kind of hard to say that like NBA is rigged because you can't really say like you're supposed to hit this exact shot because your arm could twitch and like fuck up
Yeah.
at any moment during your shot.
You
miss
can't
the shot.
say you're going to go out there and you're going to hit this buzzer beater for the win in the championship, and then they make the shot.
Yeah, like that's a lot of pressure.
I don't know.
So you can't really say, and then you can't.
It'd be easier to rig football than basketball.
You know,
Yeah. Because it's either your defender's going to lay off you and let you catch this ball, and you're going to run for a touchdown because they're going to run slower than you. But basketball, you have to make that shot. It's a little different.
I don't know those
I
guys.
feel like Georgia's gonna win.
I hope Georgia wins, but Alabama's probably going to win.
If they play like if their defense plays like they did against Oklahoma and block field goals again, that'd be alright.
It'd be alright. Alright, guys, we're almost like 10 minutes away from an hour.
I'm
Oh
out.
my
I'll
God.
be back.
Where you going, 3D?
Phone call.
Ew. Well,
3D, don't do it, dumbass.
we lost 3D, so now we're gonna talk some crap. I don't like his hair.
Shaggy haired bastard. Oh, God.
Well, I think this has been fun. Really. This is just get kind of tiring where we're like, oh, I don't know what to talk about. That's user friendly.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff we can't talk about.
No.
He needs some milk.
He needs some milk. Nickname, you got any conspiracies?
The moon landing was fake.
It probably was fake.
It would make sense if you think about it.
Sandy Hook was fake.
See, I've seen that too.
It's real. Sandy Hook is fake.
How do you know?
Because they set up support Sandy Hook webpage before it happened. Then after it happened, there's just like one cop just sitting there going, doobly-doo, I'm just gonna kick this rock right outside. I'm not gonna talk to anyone, I'm just gonna play with these rocks out here. That one looks pretty shiny, I think I'm gonna kick that one. Skadoo. Skadoo.
So you think Sandy Hook was completely fake and no kids died?
Yeah, I think it was. I think the kids did die so they can, support, like, getting rid of guns.
That's a really fucked up way to support your cause. There are better ways to do it than that.
Yeah. But the conspiracies don't lie, man. When a bunch of things add up, you're just like, nothing's real anymore.
My favorite conspiracies that are out right now is that Avril Lavigne is dead.
What?
Have you seen that?
No, I have not seen that.
Yeah, it's said supposedly she died in the early 2000s after her granddad died. She supposedly killed herself or was found dead. And what had happened, what caused it, is the fact that Avril, like whenever she was getting big, was tired of dealing with paparazzi, so they hired a body double of her that looked just like her. And so because of that, they think that Avril died and they just replaced her with her and did a little bit of cosmetic surgery to make her look exactly like. I don't know, you'd have to read it, but
that sounds like one of the Beatles apparently died and they replaced them and they started mentioning them in their songs.
I haven't heard that.
Back when the Beatles were real popular, apparently one of the, I forget which one, but he was on his motorbike and then he was riding around and something happened and he got his head sliced off somehow. Then later on in the songs, they mentioned he was going too, they didn't say who, but he was going too fast and he met his end by getting his head poop cut off.
Have you guys seen the fucked up Coca-Cola commercial?
What?
The one where the car crashes into this building and then a Coca-Cola thing pops down and it just starts talking about Coca-Cola.
When in doubt, Coca-Cola is there for you.
Oh, man.
Here's a popular thing. Do you know it's called Coca-Cola because there used to be Coke in there?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. These were some hype times, I bet.
Yeah, or trace amounts. Well, I mean, it's now, if you were to, just take $1 that you have in your wallet and, run it, you would find trace amounts of shit that you would be surprised.
So you're saying if I'll lick my dollar bill, I can get high?
I wouldn't advise it because you'd probably also get 7 or 8 STDs.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if it's worth the high, man.
You'd have to have a pretty damn good high to outweigh that.
Oh, look at that. 3D's back. Yay.
Hey, the frat president is here in town.
The frat
Who's
president?
I gotta go to college with.
What's he doing here?
Huh?
So does he know people here? Well,
He's coming to see you.
No, he's
not here
from
for you.
He's from Moorfield, so he has to drive through here to get back to. Elkins.
Okay.
where we sitting at?
We were sitting at 54. We got 6 more minutes until we get that 1 hour.
Brando.
Edit.
What?
Edit.
Edit what?
I
54.
said
54 minutes. That was my dad. If he calls, I'll have to leave for a little bit and then come back. Most likely in the morning, but
we're going to have to talk longer than an hour because of all the stuff I'm going to have to cut out.
Mm-hmm.
Yay!
Come on, come on.
Good fucking job.
I can't mention it right now.
Oh, Jesus.
Let's talk about personal fears.
What would be the
Females.
least desirable way to die?
Least desirable?
I think drowning.
Jesus, I can't stop burping.
Any way that you would be in pain for a while.
Drowning.
Yeah, drowning, suffocating.
Mom,
If you were shot and you bleed out.
Mom would be heights, like falling from great heights, because I'd be scared crapless and
Yeah, but at least as long as you die instantly, I'd be fine with that.
You die before you hit the ground. You would be dead before you know what's going on because our brains are always in the past. I forget like how long it is, but things happen and then our brains perceive them and then we see it. So there's like a buffer between what actually happens and like how you see stuff. So by the time you hit the ground, you're dead. More than likely, you've already died of a heart attack when you go down though. So falling wouldn't be that bad. As long as you had a heart attack beforehand. Otherwise, you just...
I feel like the worst way to die would be like whenever you go into like those cages to like have the shark swim around you.
Yeah.
And then it breaks
Oh.
and you just drop straight down. And then it's I either sit down here and just drowned or I try to swim back up.
Dang.
So it's like, what do I want to do?
Have you guys ever had a dream like where you're falling?
all the time.
Yeah, and then you wake up.
I had this one dream where I was falling, and like I read up that if you like hit the ground, it meant like you were dead or something. I remember having a dream where I fell and I like bounced and I laid there for a while, and I woke up scared as crap. I was like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah, I heard that too.
Dead.
Like if you hit, you're supposedly dead.
Yeah, and I just
Like
woke.
you actually die.
Yeah,
I've never hit the ground. I don't want to.
Yeah,
I hit the ground
It
once.
kinda
I was
scares me.
scared
I don't want
crapless
to.
because I remember hearing about that. I was like,
I think usually what it is with me is I almost feel like I'm dropped.
Yeah. I always jump in my sleep too.
Yeah, I'm like that. But I think the worst I've ever been scared awake was I don't remember what was happening in the dream, but I was walking and I like slipped, like you know how you slip on ice or whatever, like your leg goes out and you fall on your back. Well, I slipped and I fell, and for whatever reason, it scared the absolute hell out of me. I woke up and I was like, "Holy shit!"
"Oh, this is kind of embarrassing." But I remember in the dream I was running around the house. I'm like, "Man, I gotta pee really bad." And I was going around, and I was like, "Here's a bush I can pee behind." I went, I was like, "Wait, why are my thighs getting warm?" And I woke up and I was laying face down, and I peed all over the bed.
How old are you?
Like 13.
Oh, that's terrible. I woke up in the middle of the night. Well, I was in my dream. My mouth was really dry and it was like full of spit, like where you have like cotton mouth. And I spit in my dream and it woke me up because I actually spit and it was like all over my chin. It's all over.
I always hate peeing in dreams because I'm always like, "Damn it, I'm gonna wake up and the bed's gonna be wet."
Yeah. So
It's
worried.
just the weirdest thing. But then I wake up and I'm like, "Nope, but I gotta piss." What's the weirdest dream you've ever had?
Oh man.
Can you guys like wake yourself up, like while you're in a dream?
I feel like that'd be kind of impossible to wake yourself up.
I can
It's
make
not-
myself
I can
go
do
back to sleep. It's like, I'm about to wake up. I'm like, no, stay. I want to be here longer.
Like, I don't know how you could wake yourself up because you don't really even know you're dreaming.
How do
It's
you
like when you
know?
lucid.
I'll explain what happened. Yeah, it's mainly lucid dreaming. So I was having a dream one time. This is also probably one of the weirdest dreams I've ever had. And I was in this haunted, messed up carnival. And there was like, I was walking through like a house of mirrors and stuff and was seeing distorted shit and everything. And then finally, after walking through a whole bunch of scary stuff, I'm walking and I get to like this Ferris wheel and it pans out and I see like the backside of me, right? And so it kind of pans out, kind of like a movie. And there's this big Ferris wheel, only instead of carts, there's like people, and they're like hanging there. And it's like a big Ferris wheel of people. And then I look over and there's this clown, and he looks at me, or he looks at it, and he looks at me. And of course, it's still panned back like this. And he looks and he starts pointing and he starts laughing and he takes off running and he's running really fast. So then the camera goes like back inside my point of view and I turn and I take off running. And as I'm running, I'm like, oh shit, he's going to catch me. He's going to catch me. And then I was like, wait, I'm in a dream. I can wake myself up. And I went and woke myself up. I swear to God.
That story was wild from start to end.
But yeah, it's weird. It is really weird. You dumb bastard. We're almost there.
That's twice now for me.
Hour 42.
That's twice for me.
We got to talk for another like 5 minutes.
My legs are really itchy.
I wonder why.
I don't know.
You guys get itchy if people start talking about lice and stuff like that?
I don't want to find out.
I can't remember. It was in like biology. I was sitting, and the professor was talking about different types of like parasites and bugs and stuff, and one of them was lice. And just the more he kept talking about it, the more my head started to feel weird.
It's starting.
Yeah, see?
It's starting.
It's just, it's weird.
So in my crim class, we have like 70 people in it. And the professor was talking to some of the Saudi kids we have.
Mm-hmm.
And like they were just talking about like if you do something in Saudi Arabia, like you break a law or something, like what happens to you. Like if you steal, your hand gets cut off and stuff. And he asked one of the Saudi kids, he was like, what happens if you rape somebody in Saudi Arabia? I'm not going to mention my friend's name that sits beside me, but he says the dumbest thing out loud. He goes, you rape them back. And everybody starts looking at us, and we're just like pointing at him like, it wasn't fucking me.
Oh my goodness.
He's like, it sounded better in my head.
It sounded better in my head. I can't imagine anybody doing that there, man, because they take their academics like really seriously.
It was funny. The professor thought it was funny. He's just like, shut up.
Was your crim professor a convicted felon? Mine is.
No.
My crim professor was a convicted felon.
How's he a professor then?
She went to school for over 20 years. She turned her life around. When she was 19, she needed $300 to help pay for college. And one of her friends got a hold of her and said, hey, if you need money, I want to run some drugs. And she's like, how much money are we talking? And it was a lot. And she was like, well, I only need $300, but may as well. They got caught importing excess of 600 kilos of drugs from Jamaica.
Damn.
Yeah. It was a lot.
It's wild.
She's
Imagine
19
if she would have
years
got
old.
away with it, though.
19 years old and spent 2.5 years in federal prison, 6 years probation.
Jeez. Don't do drugs, kids.
She didn't do them.
There's
She
no
was
kids
just trying to
watching
make
your
some money.
channel.
Don't do drugs,
Hope not.
adults. Don't mess up your kids.
Don't ruin your children's lives.
Don't ruin your children's children.
Don't ruin your children's children. Oh. We're starting
You're
the
about to
bait
hear me
train.
cough.
We're doing the bait train.
Pass the peace pipe.
I don't smoke.
Do it. Listen.
I got asthma.
You got eczema?
Excellent. I actually have that too.
You?
Yeah. No thanks, I'm good.
Pussy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
After Legend Gaming does not vape, he is not cool. Don't subscribe.
0 out of 10 stars.
0 out of 10
Studley
stars.
doesn't vape either.
Yeah, but I do it out
He
of
just
coolness.
takes hour-long showers.
I just like the hot water, man.
You like
No,
hot
that's
water
not
and
it.
hogging on the internet.
Oh. I don't recall him ever taking hour-long showers before the invention of Snapchat.
Anyway, that's all the time we got for this
Wait,
podcast.
hold up. I got one more.
No, you have
Let's
no
just
more.
let
It
him
is
start
great.
on
This
Stud.
is great.
Okay, what?
Alright, so I saw this story the other day, and this guy was saying how, you know, how Bluetooth and shit can fuck you over sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I saw a story. This guy was watching porn, and his parents, his parents got in their car and turned it on to warm it up, and his Bluetooth connected to the car and started playing porn with his mom and dad.
That's awesome.
Didn't you tell me about a guy using a projector watching porn?
Yeah, there was a guy at school. It was a year or two before we came. He was in one of the dorms, and he had a big, like, 8 or 9 foot, or no. He projected it on like the side of a building or on the side of a dorm wall and had the windows open. And so a dorm wall, you got to figure is about the size of that. So like, I don't know, it was like 8 by 10 foot or something like that. It was huge. But he was playing hardcore porn, and anybody who was even near the dorm could see it.
Because it's like shining through the windows out.
Yeah. And they ended up having to write an incident report for it and tell them to stop. But I was like, what do you need it that big for? Like, that's bigger than life size.
Maybe that's what he wanted.
The cock's going to be as big as a guy. Oh, man.
Point of view.
Anyway, that's all the time we have for this podcast. Do you guys have any last remarks?
Stud's a bitch. I'm just kidding. I love you, Stud.
Love you too, nickname.
Hey now.
Hey,
Over there.
3D. 3D, you got anything to say over there?
No, besides for see you fuckers later.
Fair enough. Faggot. iLegend Gaming over there.
Subscribe to iLegend. I'll be starting PUBG.
Don't do it.
On the 14th.
Don't do it.
If you subscribe to him, dislike every single one of his videos. Which is all 2 of them because he quit.
Oh,
damn.
I said I'll make Pokemon videos on here.
What do you mean?
He had Pokemon Go. Hunting for Pokemon Go.
Did I upload that?
Yeah.
At least he has subscribers.
Ooh.
At least I got a shout out.
Ooh, doesn't matter because you quit.
I probably still have them.
Yeah, you probably don't. Anyway, see you stud muffins later.